This is the Absolute 62. It's an Italian boat, and it's a boat that launched at Dusseldorf last year, so exactly 1 year in with this model. So well worth taking a look at and seeing what they've done with it. It's a very interesting boat, actually. A lot of Italian styling cues on it. So let's go and have a look, and I will give you the full tour. We're going to do the interior, the exterior, the flybridge, the engine room, the crew cabin, the lot. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to get on board. This is a high-low platform, of course, so you can put a tender on here or a jet ski, drop that down and launch it. And there's a passerelle, so that's an extending gangplank that comes out of here. So when you're berthed in the med, you can walk straight off the boat, along the gangplank, and onto the quay. Now what they've done on this one is they've actually put a sun pad on the back of here. So you've got that area there to relax on, and then the seating up ahead of it, like that. But let's head on inside, and I'll show you what this is all about. Now this is the kind of boat that you could certainly manage just with a family. You can take a crew, of course, but it is an owner-managed boat if you want it to be, for sure. And so they've put the galley right at the back, so it links very well with both the saloon up ahead and, of course, the cockpit out here. You've got your fridge freezer in behind this one, like so. Freezer, of course, is the top one. And I love the finishes in this boat. Really nice, very classy the way they've done this. And what you'll see is a lot of contrasting wood. So you've got the pale matte finish against the dark gloss finish. You'll see that right through the boat, and it looks really good. Big windows on it, so you've got those all the way around. It's got a high-low TV. You can see it in the up position at the moment. That drops away so that you have an unobstructed view. And then again, big tall windows on this side. And I like the fact they've put an opening window here as well, because there's a door next to the helm, so you get lots of ventilation, plenty of air through here, and through those doors at the back. And the helm itself, well, it's a double helm. You've got these lift bolsters, which is great because it makes it easier to get out when you want to go out to the side door. Also means you can stand at the helm if you want to. This lovely finish they put on here is very nice. Twin screens. This one's showing a camera at the minute, so that's the rear view. That's the bathing platform when we came on. So if you're reversing into a dock, you can see that easily. And this one's engine instrumentation, but of course you can configure these to navigation and radar and whatever you want. Throttles and your IPS controller over here. Big screens on it, so decent view out. Very nice. Okay, let's head on down and I'll show you the rest of the boat. This is the switch panel here, so it's the breakers for all of your ship's systems, which are on this side, and your 240 volt systems, which are over here, so they're very easy to reach. And again, you see all this lovely detailing. We've got this dark gloss wood against this very light finish, so there's a lot of contrast in the floors as well. Beautiful. Now up ahead, this is the VIP cabin, so it's cabin 2. One thing you find a lot of with Absolute boats is sliding doors, so this is a perfect example here. That slides across when you close it like that, which means that when it's open, it's not in your way, it's completely out of it. Very good cabin, loads of headroom, and they've taken this right up into the bow, and what they've done with that then is use that as this dressing table area, so you can step up here and you've got this nice area to sit and preen or whatever it is you want to do. Big windows, and these circular ones of course open, and then there's a hatch overhead as well for ventilation or another way out of the boat. And again, look at the linings that they've put in here. It's really nice. There's a big wardrobe on this side, illuminated. That there is a ladder that you can use to get out of that hatch, otherwise, as you can imagine, it would be a bit of a struggle. The ensuite is in here. Again, lovely finishes on things like the back of the shower there. Very nice. Let's head on back a bit further. The day heads is on this side, and that's in here. You've got the shower again and a nice sink, but that also, you can see there's a doorway just here that takes it through into cabin 3. So each of the cabins at night has its own ensuite. So this one, again, very nice cabin, and as we come into it, there's a step down, which means that although the headroom dips a little bit here, you'll see that as I come into the cabin I step down and I've got headroom all the way through, which is excellent. Big windows again, and again another large opening section, which is great. And there's that door through into that heads compartment. And also in here, of course, big wardrobe. Excellent. One thing I am going to show you actually, People sometimes talk about how the floor creaks, and actually, ironically, this one doesn't creak as you walk on it, but sometimes the reason is because they put these hatches in the floor. And you might wonder what's in here, so I'm going to show you. This is access to all these systems on the boat. So in this case, it's plumbing and a bit of wiring. So that is why you have these hatches in the floor, and that is why boats occasionally creak. I mean, as you can see from this boat, they don't have to, but there it is. Another one just there, you see, and another one back here. These are a really good thing because it means that if you have any problems, you can get to everything very easily. Now again, as you come down here, you'll see they put these lovely feature panels on with this high gloss effect, and to go right to the back, this is the master cabin. Again, lots of this contrasting materials. So you've got the high gloss dark, you've got the lighter floors, and you've got the different colours of materials on here and the textures. It's really nicely done. Excellent. And on this side there is a large wardrobe, and of course this is all storage in along here and in places like this. And then there's a big TV on the wall, just there. And if we go around onto the other side, we will find the ensuite. Biggest one in the boat, of course. There's a bidet in here as well, and a big shower stall right at the back. Very nice. And this is interesting. So you've got a window straight out, you've got a great view, but if you want a bit of privacy, there's a button you touch here. And not only does it give you privacy, of course, it also gives you a mirror. Hello me. Okay, love this little dressing area they put in here too, that's nice. So that is the cabins. Let's go and take a look at the outside. We'll look at the decks, and we'll also have a look at the flybridge and the engine room and the crew cabin. So we are back up here, and we are going to head out of the side door by the helm. Here we go. And we'll head forward. This also, of course, takes you back to the cockpit. It's got these pop-up lights, and these here are storage bins for things like ropes and that kind of thing, other deck gear. This is the forward seating area, and you've got sunbathing as well, of course, up at the front. And these nice cup holders they put in and that kind of thing. And that, I suspect, is a slot for your mobile phone. I'm not sure, but I'm guessing that's what that is. And let's come right to the front. You've got your anchoring kit up here, and then a nice view back down the boat. There she is. Let's go and have a look at the flybridge. We'll head back down this side. You can see the amount of glazing that they put into these. This is an opening window, but this is massive, isn't it? All glass. Let's come all the way back. And on this occasion, we're going to head left and up, and that'll take us up to the flybridge. So what have we got here? Let's start at the front for a change. There is a double helm, and you've got obviously all the driving equipment here, your throttles, your steering, and your instrumentation, and a terrific view out over the front of the boat. And then over on this side there's sunbathing here, and then lots of seating for people to come along and enjoy the ride. So actually you can get about 5 people all the way across here, all facing forward, all seeing where they're going and able to chat. And above it, big hard top with an opening section, so all that will slide back to open this if you want it to. There's a barbecue underneath here, and a sink, and then underneath that, I'll find the right one, yeah, there's the fridge, and the one next to it is an ice maker. Well, actually it's not, it's space for an ice maker, it's just there. These catchers are quite nice because what you can do is leave them out and they still work. You just turn them when you want to open them, and then when you don't want to use them, push them away. Big dining area, and as we go to the back they lift this open so you can put steamer chairs on here, or whatever you want. Maybe some director's chairs so you can sit around a little table and look out the back. You can choose. And a great view then straight at the back of the boat. Brilliant. Let's go and check out that engine room and the crew cabin. So, back down here. And to access those areas, what we need to do is come across here. This, incidentally, is an IPS controller, so that when you're stern to berthing, you can stand here and control the whole boat as you reverse it into the quay. That's quite a nice feature. Now, I mentioned this sun pad on the back, and part of the reason for that is because the crew cabin is underneath and it gives it a bit more headroom, makes it a nicer area. For the size of boat, this is actually very good. So as we head in here, there's two decent sized berths, but also a big window across here, and this is the headroom that's afforded by that sunbed area. So as we go across here, there's loads of headroom all the way through. And as I say, a view out as well. Storage in here, there's a wardrobe just there, and this has its own toilet compartment, so that is in this door here. This of course closes normally, there's more storage behind it, and then that gives you some privacy here for your toilet and the sink, and it's a wet room as well, so the shower is just there. But also access from here, of course, there's a doorway, and this takes you through into the engine compartment. Now this is running IPS drives, all Absolute boats do, so the pods are down underneath there, you can just see the top of them. And then these are the engines here. They're IPS 950, they're giving the boat about 32 knots, but she'll cruise anywhere between 14 and 28 knots. And a range of about 300 miles at high speed. Fuel tanks are up ahead here. You've got battery banks across here. And then all of your battery management systems over here. The generator then is in behind. And you can get through between the engines and down to those pods just here. And there's a ladder here which takes you up to another access back up to the cockpit, so there's a separate route out of this area. Cool. So let's come back out. And there we go, that's it. I think that's a very interesting boat. I love the styling they've done with this, and the layout is pretty good too. So hope you enjoyed that tour, and we will look forward to catching you on another one very soon. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, bye bye.